All right, this is Alf at Metal Messiah Radio, hanging out at NAMM 2016 in Anaheim, California. Fucking awesome. Day 2, Saturday, hanging out with Jeramie Kling of Necromancing the Stone. How you doing, brother?
Doing all right, man. Doing all right.
All right, cool. So you've been here how long?
Got here a couple days ago.
Okay, cool. So you're coming from Michigan?
No, I actually live in Florida.
Florida, right. And you were born in Michigan?
Yeah, born in Michigan.
Michigan, Flint.
Flint,
Right.
Michigan. Yes,
All right, our fucking hearts go out to the people in Flint right now.
Absolutely.
Everything that's going on out there with the whole water thing, you know, got to feel for them.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
You want to say hi to your hellos to your family and people out there?
Drink bottled water, y'all. Drink bottled water.
Exactly, and that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Drinking some Aquafina.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Let's go ahead and start and talk about Necromancing the Stone.
Okay.
You were the drummer of the band.
Yes, sir.
Why don't we talk about the other members? Let's give them an introduction and a shout out. Who else is in the band?
Cool. We got the singer and the guitar player for Necromancing the Stone are John and Justin. They are both in another band called Brimstone Coven on Metal Blade.
Cool.
Which is a killer stoner rock band kind of deal, like a bit doomy at times, but real killer band. Then on guitar we have James Malone from Arsis.
Okay, heard of him.
Which he's a shredder, right?
Cool.
And
Is he here? Is he here?
No, he's actually not. I think I'm the only one here besides Ryan, who's our bass player, or some would know him as Bart. He was used to play bass in Black Dahlia Murder for a couple CDs, and he still helps on all their productions and everything. He's an audio dork like myself.
All right, cool.
But Ryan is here. He lives in LA, but he's going to come out later on tonight, and we're going to hang out.
All right, cool. Very good.
But yeah, I mean, that's the introduction. And then myself, of course, I play drums, and I handle like 80-90% of the production for. I have handled it for us so far. So.
Okay, so when you say production, you're talking about songwriting, all that?
I guess I'm talking purely just a production as far as engineering the audio and taking it in and doing the necessary edits and everything, all that jazz.
Okay, let's stay on that topic. So that tells me that you guys are doing a lot of in-home recording.
100%. I mean, I actually own a studio back in Florida where I record bands, I mix, I master.
Oh, excellent.
I do that. That's one of my hats that I wear to feed my 3 children.
Okay, and drumming, miking up drums and all that good stuff. That's takes a lot of talent.
Yeah. Well.
So
it takes time. It takes time.
Right. So just real quick on that, the equipment, the mics and the stuff that you use in there. Well, why don't you? You're probably looking at these people here at NAMM.
Oh yeah, I'm spending most of my time down in the audio section, just being a complete dork, and just. Like, oh, what does this plugin do? And oh, fancy,
All right, cool.
It's pretty cool,
Right.
So I mean, whereas I've been to NAMM a few times in the past, and actually I think this is like my 7th or 8th NAMM.
Right.
But my first couple, I was just die-hard drums, checking all that stuff out. But
Sure.
I don't know. Interests change as you get older.
Sure, and it saves Necromancing the Stone a whole hell of a lot of money if you're doing production or doing producing in-house.
Yeah.
Give me an idea, because I'm also a musician. Versus going out to a professional studio, how much money do you save, percentage-wise?
I mean, it really depends. I mean, I have a decent facility back home, so I mean, I have a lot of money dumped into that as well. So, I mean, but I mean, the budgets are still the same. It ends up working out to be the same amount of money. I mean, I just end up getting paid now for my end of it, my work, which is rad. So
cool.
Yeah.
Very good.
Which is pretty cool. It ends up working out. But I mean, everyone does their part and busts their ass and has a hand in it. Like both myself and Ryan both have audio backgrounds, like I'd said, and so we both had a hand in it, which is pretty cool. It's actually nice being able to do that all on your own, because you have complete and total creative freedom. Versus, I've worked with engineers in the past, and some ideas that you may have, they may not want to do, and then they may just try and veto it because it's their idea, and it's like, well, I mean, cool, I appreciate your idea. But maybe it's not your place to say, or maybe they feel like it is. It's a in this instance, we can do whatever we want because it is in house. That's more of a plus side than really financially. It's
excellent.
It's cool because it's 100% just your own baby.
Right. It's a total artistic benefit.
Yeah.
Big shout outs to Jet at the Metal Magdalene with Jet.
Yes, Jet.
Yes, and she loves drummers, and she does this whole thing with drummers. So her and I, we go way back talking about drummers using kick pedals or triggers.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about what you do.
I do a blend of both typically. I did just play on a record that's called Rib Spreader, and it's a Swedish death metal project, and I end up using a different set of pedals altogether because I typically play Axis pedals, but on this particular project I use Iron Cobras. I bought a set of Iron Cobras just kind of like weight training.
Cool.
And it was cool, man. It turned totally, it really changed the sound of the production. It, just gave it like more of like a, I don't know, I don't dare I say like authentic.
Sure.
Live, it really just depends on the project. If I'm doing like Absence, I don't need to trigger. I don't need a trigger because it's not so super fast, and it's not like lots of bass kick drum patterns that are going to be lost in the mix.
Right.
Versus like I have a black metal band called Dritskit, and it's like fucking chaos.
Right.
So I mean that stuff live. I mean I like the sound of the trigger because I mean it sounds like how it's supposed to sound, if that makes sense.
Cool.
I mean,
cool.
because metal has a sound, and if you try and stray too far away from it because you're like, I don't believe in triggers, then
Right.
then you're just being stupid just to be stupid. But
Right.
but then again, this all comes back to, this is 100% opinion, and some people think that people that use triggers are bullshit artists, but I mean, I disagree. I think that at any level, if you're hitting lightly and you're relying on triggers, I mean, it's super difficult to even accomplish that technique.
Right.
And to hone that in, I mean, I think that's, that takes a level of patience and a level of discipline. So to take anything away from someone because they're not hitting hard, I mean, it's arguable,
Dude, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the way I gather it, it's about precision and accuracy.
100%. I mean, it's easier if you're laid back and you're hitting lighter. You can for sure focus more on, accuracy. But then again, I mean, I know bashers, like the drummer from Sepultura, Eloy.
Sure.
That guy aims for the bottom head when he plays drums, man.
Right,
It's awesome, but he's hitting really hard, but he does have precision. I mean,
cool.
It just it really, like I said, it all comes back to, it depends on the person whether or not they want to judge someone or not.
Right.
Everyone will judge someone no matter what, so it doesn't matter.
Very true. So you strike me as a dude like probably in your 30s, somewhere around there.
33.
Okay, so talking about history, who are your influences as far as drummers, and throwing anybody else in the mix?
Sure. Well, I mean, as far as like groove and whatnot, I would have to tip my hat to Tim Alexander from Primus, Abe Cunningham from Deftones. Those are the two just right off the cuff that I can think of. Death metal, Steve from Deicide for sure. I mean, Paul from Cannibal Corpse.
Cool.
Those are
all bands that Jet plays.
All right, there we go. Those guys were integral when I was a kid to where I'm at now. Another one was of course, Lars Ulrich. I mean, who wasn't influenced by Metallica at one point or other?
Right.
But you can pick whatever record, whatever era you want. At some point, somebody was influenced by Metallica.
Sure.
That guy, I mean, he's not the best drummer in the world, but it doesn't have to be. He did what he had to do, and he fucking did it well. And,
right.
And they're where they're at.
Cool. Wow.
That's played Antarctica. There you go.
All right, man. Let's move on to NAMM. Let's talk about what's inside that building. We're outside hanging out because it's kind of noisy in there. But what's happening in there for you? Why are you here? What do you do?
I got asked I do monitors for Arch Enemy, and I also do drum teching for them. And I got asked if I would do. They're playing a Schecter party over at the Grove, and they asked me if I would do that. And they're doing 3 Mexican dates after this fly-in.
Cool.
And
that's they're doing the gig tomorrow night at the Grove.
Yep.
I'll do my best to be there, brother.
All right, well, I'll be there.
Because I love fucking Arch Enemy.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's good shit. Me too. And that's another one. Daniel's drumming for sure was an influence on me I got into Arch Enemy at 1920. Started getting into Arch Enemy, and now I get to hang out with these guys.
Cool.
And I'm with them, and I get to watch Daniel play every night, and it's pretty rad, man.
Yeah.
It's really rad, and it's a pretty sick life. So that's why I'm here. I'm doing the this Arch gig, and then a couple dates down in Mexico.
Cool. Have you ever been to Mexico?
Oh yeah.
All right. So you're gonna have some tequila. You're gonna have some tacos.
Tacos for sure. I don't drink anymore, but tacos for sure.
All right. No drinking.
No
fucking
drinking.
just.
I have some non-alcoholic beers, right?
There you go. My buddy Terry Lauderdale. Shout outs to him. He's doing the show tonight. So if you're at the Hilton, hang out with us. I'm the stage manager for them tonight.
All right. Rad. Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Cool.
All right, cool. So let's talk about your kit now. Let's talk about the brand of kit you do and why do you play that kit?
Okay. I play Crush percussion and drums and percussion, and it's called a Wenge kit, Wenge. It's an exotic wood, and this drum set has such a unique character and timbre to it. It's very, very special. And any friends of mine, or even just people just that are working at venues that hear my drum set come up to me and compliment me and say, wow, the tonal quality of this kit is unreal.
Sure.
It really has like it's a special character all on its own, and I'm really fortunate to be able to have number 1 of 32. There's not many of these drums, so I feel like some elite little party, you know.
Dude, don't part with it, man, because in about 20 years it's going to be worth the frickin'
I
ton.
took it out on a tour and it got scratched, and I'm like, no, like you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So no more of that. I'm gonna get another touring kit so I can keep this one purely just for studio.
Right on.
But
very good.
Yeah, I play that. I play Axis percussion. I just bought a set of, like I said, I bought a set of Iron Cobras just for training. But I mean, I end up playing with those if I want to. You know, it kind of just if the mood, you know, hits me.
Very good.
Vic Firth, drumstick guy, actually got to take some real cool photos for those guys, some promo photos for them yesterday over there at the Hilton.
Cool.
And that'll be up on their new website, which they just launched, which looks great.
Excellent. So heads, sticks, cymbals?
No heads. I'm kind of just on my own, where I'm still, you know, on my own. And I picked up a cymbal endorsement from Zion Cymbals. They're pretty killer, man. It's up and coming, and got really good sounds. You'll hear those cymbals featured on the new Necromancing the Stone album, this Rib Spreader album, which I just played on, which will be released in March on Extreme Music, I believe is the name of the label.
Okay.
And you'll also hear those Zion cymbals on the new Absence album as well, which will be out later on this year, probably somewhere around September is when we're thinking.
All right, that's an exclusive, because Absence, the whole thing that you got, I read some of your posts on Facebook.
Yep.
Absence, what? You want to give us some insight or some clues as to what's going to happen with that?
We're in the final stages of doing a 3-song demo, and we have a couple label interests, and it's looking very, very promising.
Excellent.
So we should have some music out. I mean, regardless of the label situation, we will have music out September, October, somewhere around there, you know, regardless of which one in particular it is.
Cool.
I mean, you know, it is what it is, but a necessary evil, right?
All right, man, so let's talk about what makes you excited about metal and like what you're doing right now that just fucking keeps you in it, keeps you drumming and keeps you in the whole scene.
I'm a fan of the intensity, you know. Sometimes I look over my guitar player for the Absent, I'm like, how the fuck did we write that fast? But you know, but when you're done with it, it's like, whoo! You know, that was a fucking gambit. And, you know, thank goodness for that. I mean, what a release, what a way to get something out, what a way to work out aggression, you know. I mean, because everyone's pissed off. You sit in traffic long enough and you're mad.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter if you're a 16-year-old kid on your Nintendo DS or if you're 80 and you're in the back just riding. You get upset, you know. I mean, you get upset just doing that. You get upset you don't have to deal with people at the bank. I mean, you got water bill, you got this and everything. It all adds up. And if you do not have a release for that, you know, you either go insane or you explode, you know.
Oh yeah.
And this is metal is a very, very creative way to get out any kind of aggression that you may have. Well
said, man. Well said. Fuck yeah, I totally agree with you. And you being a drummer, man, you get to go up there and freaking bang it out every night, you know, with your band.
Go ham.
Fuck yeah, cool. Very good. Yeah. All right, so anything you want to add to it? I mean, as far as maybe something I didn't cover, highlights of what you're doing with Necromancing the Stone and Absence, and maybe even your road experiences with Arch Enemy.
You know, it's just I guess the only thing I have to say is, if you have a dream, follow it, and make sure you just do not let anybody talk you out of it. If you do, you're the fool, not them. It's really 100% your choice.
Sure.
Everything in life is a choice.
Yes.
And if you want to pursue your dream, that's your choice. And I say go for it, because you know what else do you have? This isn't a dress rehearsal. This is the big show.
Right.
Let's do it.
Right.
That's it. I'm a positive motherfucker.
Right. Right.
And I got 3 kids, and I try and just spread that positivity to them, and like, just, you know, it is what it is.
Right. I got to tell you, Jet, just meeting Jeramie, I mean, I was on the phone, I was at the Hilton hanging out with my friends and stuff, and totally positive, like, let's get this done, let's do this now.
Yep.
You know, and we made it happen. Everybody from Metal Messiah Radio would like to thank you, Jeramie, from taking your time out of NAMM 2016 to visit with me, Alf. Metal Messiah. I'm repping for him. I don't actually have my own show.
Okay.
But I've been friends with Jet for so many years, and with Elsie, the owner.
Cool.
So I'm out here. I'm in LA, so they like to have somebody out here talking, because I know Gene Hoglan. I know all these people.
Awesome.
So we're going to be doing a lot of interviews. Cool. And again, thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule. Go in there and shop around and see.
I've already spent money. I had to call my wife and be like, I gotta buy this MIDI keyboard. It's crucial for the studio. But she loves me and is like, absolutely, if you need to do it, then let's do it.
Very good, man. All the best to you in your endeavors with Necromancing the Stone, Absence, and fucking say hello to the people from Arch Enemy for me.
Got it.
And I hope I'm in that crowd fucking headbanging tomorrow night at the Grove. What time tomorrow?
I believe we play at 10:30.
10:30. Fuck, man, they're killer. I love their shows.
Hell yeah.
Always intense, always brutal.
Very much so.
Killer. Thanks again, Jeramie.
Yep.